Welcome to Everyday Entrepreneurs Everywhere with your host, Chris Parker.
And welcome back to Everyday Entrepreneurs Everywhere. This is Chris Parker, and I am delighted to have a conversation with Ajit Vahadane, who is the founder of Bloody Fast, bloodyfast.org in India. And I met, well, this is I think the first time that I've been speaking with Ajit, but I observed him on a Purpose Alliance global challenge around COVID in India and Brazil. And this is where he had some mentoring and coaching and presented this project that he's been working on for the last number of years. And I was so intrigued and so curious and so thankful for his work. I reached out to him and begged him to share his story on the podcast. And here we are. So Ajit, thank you so much for joining. Can you kick us off, Ajit, with sharing what is it that you do and why do you do what you do?
Okay, let me begin with some background. My late father and mother both were full-time social workers for their whole life. Concern for people is the hallmark of my parents' life. Now, after they pass away, this Bloody Fast is a tribute to my parents. There is nothing more to it. I had done my MSc, then 4 diplomas in various fields. Then I was in Bombay, I was in Dubai, Singapore, Jakarta, Indonesia for 14 years. I have won major awards, including one with President of India, Dr. Shankar Dayal Sharma, into engineering, wall, copywriting, poster designing, music videos. I've done a lot of special effects. The most expensive advertising film of India, all my special effects. I had businesses, 2 big businesses, which I lost heavily because I refused to fall to corruption of any sort in my life. So I closed my businesses, 2 major businesses, all lifetime saving gone, but I don't want to fool people, lie just for making money. That's the last thing I will do in my life. It's not possible. That's how I remained poor. Even my father was a VIP. He was a member of Indian Parliament. And even at the fag end of life, he didn't have a car. He was a VIP of my state, a red beacon car, and police were in front of my house. We were not allowed to sit in his car also. He couldn't even buy a car till his end of his life. But people forced, when he couldn't walk, all his friends forced him to buy a car. My mother was a teacher, celebrated teacher. We are from that background where if you do something for people, we even refuse, forget corruption. We refuse to take even gifts. We don't want even gifts. That's our family. Now, my younger brother is a co-founder in this Appreciating Solutions, which is registered with the Startup India. He is a full-time social worker, whole of his life. And he's a president of my city's municipal council. He's a president. He's the only single president in my whole state out of thousands of presidents who's an independent president. He's a co-founder. In his election, there were 3 national parties candidates, 3 state level parties candidates, and 3 more independents. All 9 candidates put together. He has got 2,000 more votes on all put together. So he has got elected. It's the love of the people, the way his image is there. And after my father passed away, he's a star of my life.
Beautiful.
And we gel like hell. I mean, one of the, when we are together, we really enjoy each other's company. That's a fantastic part of founder and co-founder. And after my showroom, I had a showroom in Jakarta, Indonesia. But in 2014, when Prime Minister Modi was elected, he's such a charming man. He's my hero. Let people say anything. So when I heard his speech, I thought I must go back. This money making is no more. I am not enjoying it at all. I said, I want to do something. I don't want to do any business.
Ajit, why do you not want to do any business? Well, I guess what is bad about business, or what is the emotion behind that?
Emotion is that if I'm forced to lie something, cheat somebody, I don't want to do it.
Does business always mean lying to you? Is that
no?
No.
Yeah, the sort of business. See, I'll tell you my one business. I was a state distributor for a dairy products. Okay, and I had vehicles, drivers, 2 godowns. It was fantastic. A state's #1 distributor. When I started dealing with the corporate, the whole of India is the milk industry is controlled by politicians of different parties, all absolute corrupt to the core. My product was great, but unless I have a deal with them and pay commission to them, cheat people, you don't have to supply high quality products. You just supply a third-rate quality. The money will be paid at the rate of highest quality of product. I don't have to supply a high quality product.
Yeah.
You shit, get millions of. Every day I could supply 2 trucks of material every day. I could get about $20,000 profit every day. Profit every day. I spit on such money. I don't want it. I closed everything.
So then you had a conversation with the Minister of Transport and something changed?
Yeah. Then he said, oh, you want to do something? 150,000 people are dying in road accidents only in India. There are about 1.4 million die in the world. And the biggest number is here, 150,000. Do something for this. Then my brother and we met, and we had a lot of social worker friends circle. And then we decided to make a blood donation app. Let us do a blood donation app. Then he invited me for an NGO conference in Delhi. It was a 2-day conference where about 350 NGOs working in the road safety area. There were 350. It was an eye-opener for me. I met blood donation experts there, road safety experts there, disaster management experts there, organ donation, skin donation, eye donation. A lot of people, experts, NGOs from all over India were there in Delhi. Then it is a real opener. I don't want to do just blood donation app. Can I do something? Your phone becomes your life-saving device. You are more with your phone than your wife or kids. You're 24 hours with your mobile phone. It's much more than your family. So you have your assistant in your hand. How we can convert that so that people in any dangerous situation, just blood donation is a focus of our app. Blood donation and organ donation is focus of our app. But how to make the phone where people feel confident. You know, people talk about golden 1 hour. I talk about golden 15 minutes. I address that golden 15 minutes. Forget 1 hour will come later after 15 minutes. What you do in 15 minutes will decide the failure or the success of what is happening in the golden hour, which is coming later. So we are empowering your phone with our mobile app. That mobile app and phone will empower you not to panic in that when something really disaster happens.
Ajit, can you give me a real life example of something that could happen? Because I think what you're talking about is maybe a heart attack or car accident or poisoning or some life-threatening event, and the app will enable people to get instantly, with a click of a button, to the help they need. Is that the
I will
story?
tell you the background.
Yeah.
We hired a development team in Bangalore. They wasted 13 months, a lot of money gone, and name of our app is Bloody Fast. It was done with the tremendous research. People love it. We had about 30, 40 brand names, logos, everything. We designed everything, did the research, and came to Bloody Fast. Now, name is Bloody Fast. And if my app doesn't work bloody fast, people are going to abuse it. They're not going to use it. So we kicked out that first one. Then we hired one more app developer in Bombay who fucked up the job. It's nothing, absolutely nothing as per my expectation. Then I said, and we are trying to, try to cut corners and save money. Okay, let us do, who will do it? All people are coming. I will do the app. Let us see who is doing at the lowest price. That was I was doing for two times. Then on third time I said, now no more saving. I went to the internet and said, who are the top app developers in India? There's a list, many things. I picked up one who is in Bombay, topmost. I called the director of that company. He came to my house. I said, this is what? This is the app which is already done by Bangalore company. And now I'm not happy with this. It has to run very fast. He said, we shall do it. We have a great team. I said, okay. What is the price? They quoted 12 lakh rupees. 12 lakh rupees is about, say about 150, $10,000, $15,000. Okay. I said, okay, done. I didn't negotiate. I said, you have to give me, I'm not reducing a single dollar. You have to give me what I want. He said, promise. Give. They gave a fantastic problem. Fantastic. But they promised to do it in 1.5 months. They did it in 1 year. It's wasted a lot of time. So our app is about more than 1.5 years now. So the whole idea was not to make it a paid app at all. So we launched it. After 10,000 downloads, we did a user survey. And user survey, every feature was fantastic. People loved it. But one feature, which is a registration process, they said, it's complicated. You must change it. By the time Corona arrived, our money finished. The app development team went off. We couldn't pay them. So after 10,000 downloads and 2,300 registered users, we stopped it. We don't have any money to go further.
Is the app still in the App Store for people to download?
It's there.
Yeah.
But you can download it, but you can't get the OTP. All those people are not helping at all. There are a lot of money to be paid, so we can't pay. So everything is standstill.
Yeah.
So response was terrific. So we are just waiting for relaunch. And let me tell you one thing, which is very satisfying part of the whole thing. In this last 1 year, we look at the app. Now forget developing part. What we can do within the app. We had meetings and meetings with the friends. Let me tell you, I'm so happy about this. All major features of the app are there, not a single change made. Right from the beginning till now, we are thinking of changing. And so what ultimately what we could do in this app, we can't improve on the features at all. So what we could do is, then we decided to user experience and the user interface, which is extremely important. So our app is fantastic, world-class, beautiful. So we wanted to just make it a beautiful thing. Features are at its place, working fantastic. We have changed everything in this last one.
Hey, Ajit, it seems to me that the app does two things. And my feedback during the advisor session of Purpose Alliance is maybe these are two different things. Maybe needs two different apps. I don't know. But one is bloody fast. So this connects people to blood in the case of emergency. Can you really explain what does the blood feature do? And because that was the primary first feature set, right? So exactly what does it do for people?
This is a very 360-degree angle of looking at the blood problem. There is a 400% shortage of blood in India. Can you imagine this?
Wow.
Mind-blowing. World's #1 shortage is in India. Massive shortage. I have written extremely detailed article why this shortage is there. On my website, there is a blog, and I have written extremely detailed article on why these shortages are happening here. There's a detailed article. Please go through it if it is possible. So what we are trying to do is, if you want blood, there are 3-4 things there. First thing, you can find out the blood banks if you want to go there and any blood bank in your area, you can find. You can generate a blood request, which is the fantastic blood request generation in our mobile app. That feature is fantastic. We have gone through all the major mobile apps. There's only one competition, which is the world's biggest blood donor app. We saw that, studied it. In 8 years, they have reached 1 million downloads. We shall do that in 1 or 2 years' time. There are a lot of loopholes in that. Social media and mobile apps are creating more problems in blood donation than solving it. Is it useful? Yes, it is useful. But it's creating tremendous mismanagement of the whole thing. A lot of corruption is happening because of that. We have improved upon the world's best one. We don't even consider them as a competition now. We are far ahead. Now, one thing.
When they create the blood requests, what happens from there? How do they get the blood, I guess, is my question.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
I'll explain you everything.
Yeah.
First thing is you inquire you find out in the search, the blood bank is available or not. Mostly it's not. Okay. Then people try to find out on social media. You go to our app, you go to the blood donation search, and you get the blood donors. You will get the default is for your city. You can search blood donor in any part of anywhere in the world. You select the country, your state, district, your own city. At these levels, you can select anywhere. But our default is when you click on blood donors, your city is your default. In your city, because it's all, if it is available somewhere else, it's useless. All these bloody fast things available should be there near my house. Otherwise, it's available somewhere, it's useless. So once you click it, your city is default. You don't have to select search, city, country, district, city, nothing. Click it, it's there. Request them, people come, then you get the blood. Suppose you can't get this. This is a blood donor search. This is a blood request. How we have done is, the blood request is created. It's automatically reflected in your city. Wherever the phone have mobile app, it's reflected on, you don't have to share. You generate in your phone, it's reflected on all phones in your city. You don't have to share it. For people who don't have the mobile app, you can share it on social media, WhatsApp, whatever, Facebook, whatever. So that facility is there.
So what's shared is basically this person needs blood. That's what's shared. Like, hey, we need blood. Is that?
You just create the blood request, and you don't have to share it with the people who have got mobile app. It's automatically done. For people who don't have it, you just normal sharing. You go share, you select WhatsApp or Facebook or email or SMS or whatever, you share it with people. So it goes wherever you want. Third most important thing is what we are trying to empower all the blood banks. They are not capable of organizing blood donation camps. They depend on the social workers, political leaders, and the whole corruption is there to organize a blood donation camp. So what we are trying to do is, can we empower the blood banks to do the blood donation camps on their own without depending on anyone? This is one of the major things we are trying to do. So blood donation camps can be conducted by blood banks alone instead of going to the politician. Mostly it's happening through political leaders and NGOs all over India, which is totally corrupt system. I have written a lot of things on that. So even this blood donation camp, it's a fantastic event management system. Absolutely fantastic. I can demonstrate. I have it on my phone. I can demo it. It's a two-way communication system. It's not just, it's a best event management for blood donation. Anybody can arrange the blood donation. It's a two-way system where you create a blood donation camp. 4 levels, you can arrange this blood camp. Okay. Your own city, district, state, and national. You'll decide the level where you want to organize. It's not just for blood donation camp. It's just blood drop-down menu. It's basically made for blood donation camp.
Yeah.
You can do a blood public meeting or a training seminar or office meeting or a family gathering or a birthday party. You can do anything. You just drop down. It's basically the same. When you create it on your level, say you district level, you want to arrange a blood donation camp. You select the level, done. All the phone they will see it automatically in the whole your district or state.
Yeah.
State. Then there is an option. You want to join or not? Yes, no, maybe. Once they click it on your phone, if you have the one who arranged the event, the donation camp, on your phone, you'll get the list of all people who said from the whole district who said yes, no, maybe. Now you can select those lists, say it's cancelled or timing is changed or some instruction to all. You can talk to them individually or as a group. So immediately, it's a two-way communication system for blood donation camp. It's just fantastic. So there are a lot of things which are improved upon the best of the apps.
I'm curious, Ajit, in the first 10,000 downloads, how many blood connections were made? Like, do you track that at like how many requests were made and how many were fulfilled?
See, this app development team, they had all the backend, and there are a lot of problems for payment and all that. So we couldn't really control that backend. And actually, basically, we never thought of charging anything for this. This is another aspect of it.
Well, I wasn't so much thinking about the charging, but just the measuring of the impact. Meaning, downloads is one thing, using is one thing, like opening the app. But then, I'm curious if there's a way eventually to track. This is how many people we have potentially saved with the blood connection. Yeah.
Once we reconstruct that, I already talked to an artificial intelligence guy in a seminar in Bombay, just near my house. He said we can put up on your backend the entire system of artificial intelligence to track the clicks, who is enjoying the what in the entire app, who is arranging what, who is arranging blood donation camp, requests. Another important part that I haven't told you, blood request when it is generated in all mobile apps and social media thing. My own friends have 3 mobile app, blood donation apps. Total failure. They can't make money. Cannot make money. Because people don't need the blood donation app. Let me tell you this first. People think when I will need blood, I can download in 5 minutes and find out the blood donor. Why I need it? Your point that you're saying that there are 2 apps. No, there is a lot of thinking on behind this. How we want to bring in more people. People don't need blood donation app at all, first thing. That's my research. And that's why we are addressing this issue, how people can come to us. So what I was saying, forgot.
Well, you're talking about AI in the back end.
Yes.
Yeah.
So once we have everything, there is a whole planning for putting AI module to track everything, which this information can be fed to blood banks, to governments. We are already talking to.
Yeah. So Ajit, I have to ask, I'm a little confused. You said that there's a couple blood donation apps out there and you don't need a blood donation app, but isn't Bloody Fast a blood donation app or is it something else?
It's for saving your life in any dangerous situation. Blood is a small part of it.
Let's expand down that path. Let's go down that path. Yeah.
It's a life-saving app. Blood donation is one part of it. There are many aspects of saving your life in different situations. That's why it's not blood donation app at all. It's a major part of the app, but it's not a blood donor app.
Can you explain one more use case where Bloody Fast as a life-saving app could save a life that isn't related to blood?
Okay. There are 7-8 features. It will take 1 hour to explain. Just let me tell you
one simple, obvious one. Yeah.
Just one simple. Okay. We have a fantastic lock screen image that is created automatically. It's there on your phone. Let your accident happen anywhere in the world, in your city or in London or in Paris, wherever you are. In 5 minutes, your family will come to know that you've gone into the accident. In 5 minutes. Lock screen will give you entire connection with your family.
How?
The whole information and the phone numbers are there. It's locked. Nobody can enter your phone. People can contact, and the communication is very fast. See all the accidents all over. We are already talking to our state government. When there are a fleet of thousands of ST buses, they crash, serious accidents. People don't know who are the people, who is from where, who is dead, who is injured, or the driver. Nothing. That we have solved completely. Second most important part our app is addressing. Very important. Why organ donation is less? It's a minuscule organ donation all over the world. Much better in US and European countries.
Mm-hmm.
Third world countries is hopeless. It's negligible organs are donated. Our app will change this forever in the world. Once on the lock screen, you are injured, seriously injured, you're taken to the hospital, your lock screen says you are an organ donor. Why organ donation is very less in India or anywhere else in the world? When the person dies, then you start communication with the family to get permission. Right now, unless your family, even if you have filled up the form to donate organs, the law says that unless the family gives the permission, you can't donate the organs.
Oof, yeah.
So the person dies, and then the communication process starts, which takes long time. Some people in the family agree, some oppose it, and time is wasted.
Yeah.
There is a very small time window to remove the organs from the dead body.
Yeah.
That time is gone, it's wasted. So before you die, all the permissions are taken up. Before the person dies in the ICU by brain death, the communication will happen. Maybe he will die after a few hours or a few days. Within that time, hospital authority, government authorities, there's a whole system.
Mm-hmm.
Permission is taken out. So the person dies, immediately the organs can be taken out and transported to wherever it's needed. There's a whole system. We are trying with the Indian government to make India a default organ donor. I already spoken to 4 parliament members.
Yeah.
It will come. There is a private bill will come.
So Ajit, really enjoying this and discovering more and more about you and the app, but we're starting to need to wrap up. I'm curious, how can people contribute? I would point people to bloodyfast.org, and I will find the article, for example, about why there's such a incredible blood shortage in India, and we'll put that on the show notes page so people can become more aware. There's also on the website an investor pitch, so people can understand the backstory and the investment needed. So, if we could snap our fingers and wave a magic wand, and you got the support you needed to make this happen, what would you need? What do you need to make it happen?
Money, funding we need. Now we don't want to do it outsourcing. We want our own team.
Ajit, and again, in the spirit of challenging, and if you're asking investors for cash flow, it might be wiser to ask them to finance the card app.
No, it's a small job. It's not a complicated job. It won't take time, but it's already ready because of somebody else.
Well, I'm just thinking from an investor perspective, the end goal is bloody fast, but the actual commercial vehicle, where the money will actually be generated.
Real money is in bloody fast, not in these small things. But now investors are. Let me tell you this: whichever investor I have gone through many meetings. This idea of making it paid app came from the investors. Mm-hmm. Actually, I never started to do this. The whole change of getting into business and making profit is because of nobody wants to talk. You're saving millions of lives, fine, you save it. If there's no money, we don't want it. So this commercial part came because of the different interviews with the investor. They want to see the revenue. So the whole idea is revenue will rain like hell. Unicorn is not a dream. We go much beyond that. Much beyond that.
Yeah.
That's not a dream at all.
So Ajit Vahadane, thank you so much for joining. We are running out of time. Love the passion, love the ambition, love the perseverance. You've been working on this with your brother for a number of years. I would really invite people to go to bloodyfast.org to learn more. And if there's
one thing I must tell you,
yes, please.
the app portion is just 1.5 years, but we started when I came back from Indonesia. Then we started, if we want to do this, we must have a social workers network. We are starting from 2016. Now I have a network of thousands of people all over India. We are giving blood to about 200 to 300 people every single day. Now, right now.
Well, I would love it if you share this conversation on those groups and see how people are inspired by the conversation that we've had today. With your certainty and determination, I'm not doubting that you're going to get something done. So, Ajit, thank you so much for joining. Again, people can find you at bloodyfast.org and reach out.
Please get us funds. Be a part of it. We are going to help Purpose Alliance. Once we get money, we shall help you. You help me right now. It's my commitment from my side. Money is not a big deal for me. It will come and I'll just distribute it. I don't need anything. I'm happy.
That's a beautiful place to be. Ajit, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you for listening. Like and subscribe to the podcast on your favorite player and download the Simplicity Kit from ebullient.com.